great fun of show going on in India. Narendra Modi is celebrating record 300 days as Prime Minister, surpassing the first Prime Minister Truth's record. Elected Prime Minister, please, in commas, elected with inverted commas. Or even BP and Sangh Parivar's obsession with Nehru, countering Nehru, maligning Nehru, reached its crescendo with this latest episode. What is the signal they are trying to convey? Prime Minister Nehru, an elected one at 47 August night, 14th midnight, appointed Prime Minister by Britishers. He, a nominated Prime Minister by Lord Mountbatten? No. Certainly he is one of the foremost leaders of India's freedom struggle. And he was president of Congress party for many times. And more than that, Jawaharlal Nehru, Congress party won 208 seats of Constituent Assembly, where 206 were of elections and 3 for princely states. Of these 296 seats, Congress won 208 seats. Jawaharlal Nehru is Congress president to be the Prime Minister of India. This was known to entire country, entire world. More Jawaharlal Nehru by the time was already a world figure. Mandela in his autobiography says that they were standing in queue to meet many of the liberation countries, many of the newly independent countries, prime ministers from the ranks of their freedom struggles, their liberation struggles. Now, every time they held elections and the prime minister was chosen from the list of winners. No, it's not like that. You made any struggle for that matter. So Jawaharlal Nehru certainly second to Mahatma Gandhi in the freedom struggle. We may put Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, others, it is their desire, but that doesn't in any way fill the prominence and Jawaharlal Nehru. So this unto Narendra Modi is the first one to cross this. Taking it from 1952 to Narendra Modi lost his individually, lost majority. In fact, they are surviving on the apart from outside allies, obedient by census. That is their story, no problem. They erased the history from 1947 to 1952. Narendra Modi claimed the longest serving Prime Minister of India. In case of Indira Gandhi, maybe there is a break of a post-emergency elections, but later she was again a Prime Minister of the country for assassination. Polemics, supporting, that is everybody's will and wish. But start history, to project history in a particular fashion so as to choose, so as to project or an institution or an organization or a particular government. One should admit that Jawaharlal Nehru undoubtedly is the leader at that point of time by the India's great freedom struggle. Now to pose him as a nominated, appointed Prime Minister and not elected one is too. It's in a way insulting the great traditions of India's freedom struggle. This coupled with the that we always SS and Sangha Parva had nothing to do with at many stages. On the other, so they are not only here, they are disowning the continuation of freedom and Jawaharlal Nehru becoming the Prime Minister. So he's celebrating the 3 times itself is a big record. He can select, celebrate it, join him, hate him. That's the matter. That matter is part of history. Erase 5 years, all years period from the India's history to a great continuation of biggest freedom struggles of the world is not fair. Versus BJP, Modi versus Nehru versus left, they are all political, ideal battles. We can continue. Only Jawaharlal Nehru, elected, chosen Prime Minister at that point of time, coming his party commanding overwhelming majority in the Constituent Assembly elections, which served as a basis for the formation of first government. The present government and present Prime Minister will have the modesty to admit this fact of history. Whether they agree with that, history is history. It's not a mystery. It's a thing to be changed way that way. Now, big attempt is done to reproject or redraft from earlier ages, but to start the very first, the nature of the very first government of independent India to the great traditions of freedom struggle. It's not.